issued the open challenge.
Right.
And RULLO answered the call.
This match is officially underway. RULLO Dynamite 2. It's a very different RULLO. It's a very different Tim Dynamite. And of course, maybe the biggest change is that man in the pink polo on the outside. It's not a polo. My apologies. Still, the man in pink, Storm Seraphacy, who has said that the prophecy of Seraphacy is that Dynamite will win.
He said that?
Storm Seraphacy is a man of very few words, but the words that he has are emphatic.
I mean, all he did to me was grunt at me.
Well, he likes me more.
Okay.
I do pronounce his name right. That goes a long way.
It does go a long way.
Who grunted?
Storm.
Oh, the Raymond Calitri guy.
Okay.
With a big nose. Oh.
Hey everybody, go beat your ass tonight.
RULLO has been a very unexpected fan favorite. I think no one has been more surprised at the way the super crazy crowd has taken to RULLO than RULLO himself, but it has motivated this young man. He has earned the adulation of this crowd with sweat and tears and talent.
RULLO has had bangers of matches with Devontes, with TJ Reno, and he's been coming up victorious in some of these matches and earning respect from these champions when they held the titles here.
But there's one loss that has been much like a storm cloud over top of him, and that would be the loss to Tim Dynamite, especially seeing how over the course of this last year, Tim Dynamite has really become a bully, and RULLO hates bullies. I mean, these are two men that would not have sat next to each other at the lunch table.
Well, that's a trauma bond we'll have to discuss in front of a therapist, but that drop kick puts Tim Dynamite outside the ring.
Well, in so many ways, wrestling is therapy for RULLO. He wears that on his sleeve and in his fishnets. I mean, this is a man that is working through some issues very publicly and very powerfully, because that speaks to a lot of people to see someone wrestle with maybe some of their own sense of insecurities so physically, so publicly, and so successfully in the ring.
Absolutely. I know I sure relate to RULLO.
I mean, we all relate to RULLO. We want to punch Tim in the face.
That's not here nor there. I mean,
Tim
as long as it's not his nose is big.
Tim Dynamite very successfully trying to cool down RULLO right now, who is, to be perfectly frank, out wrestling Dynamite. And now Storm Seraphacy.
There it is. There's that big ass nose.
Physically interfering. That was a hand, not a nose. Why the nose?
I was going to ask that to myself.
Look at it.
It looks perfectly
RULLO dodges deep arm drag to Dynamite. Emphatic body slam.
RULLO able to pick up the pace. Really go into a second gear very quickly.
Here we go again. Look at him.
Seraphacy wearing that bright pink because it makes him a target. It makes him noticeable.
And that leg hook pulling RULLO out, and a forearm shot. Oh, knife edge chop right to the chest.
Like him or hate him, and most people do the latter. Tim Dynamite has proven to be a master strategist in professional wrestling.
He's ever playing the forever game of chess to get into the mind of his opponents.
Sliding into the ring, breaking up the count. Now directing traffic. Wonder if Tim Dynamite was a patrol back in his high school days, because he certainly knows how to get people.
He's instructing the crowd to move around.
Out of the intersection.
Ladies and gentlemen, watch out.
Well, we knew this was going to be brutal. We knew this was going to be violent. But it looks like it may be Tim Dynamite searching for first blood.
That's great, that's twice. That's twice.
Psyching out the crowd, and here comes RULLO flying outside the ring, leveling Storm.
Faked out that dive the first time, caught Seraphacy by surprise, and now this handicap match may be leveled into a one-on-one encounter.
Dynamite is beside himself, goes in for a punch right to the chest. Back elbow by RULLO. RULLO hovering over him now. Dynamite pulls him right into the middle turnbuckle, and these kicks are with just mustard on them. And then Storm with the haymaker of a shot right to the top of the head.
Like lightning right to the side of the temple of RULLO immediately.
Emphatic snap suplex, goes for a cover to cocky one at that.
Dynamite was in to take advantage. to pick the bones.
That was not nice.
The crowd got silenced with that fake out from Dynamite, but now that leg right on the back of the neck, choking Rullo out.
No one here at the Super Crazy Wrestling Center wants to see Tim Dynamite walk back to the mean streets of Royersford, Pennsylvania with a victory.
Knife edge chop by Dynamite.
No one wants to see him gain a victory.
And look at that. Look at that boot right to the head right there.
Tim Dynamite has squashed all momentum for Rullo, taking a moment to...
And only a 1 count on that one.
Wow. We can definitely say this. Rullo is focused.
No more so than Dynamite. Dynamite, great positioning, center of the ring, and
Cover
only one.
Only one, man.
Stay down, Rullo.
That reverse neck breaker right into the pin cover and a 1 count. Now the leg right on top of that throat. He is taking it out of him.
This is a situation where you might say,
Oh, Storm with the boot right to the hip and the back.
Come on. Somebody get Storm Circus freaking his big nose out of there. Jeez.
Dynamite rolling in, looking to take control after Sarathasi did damage. Oh!
Kick right to the shoulder blades.
Rullo, look at him. He ate that for dinner.
And Rullo, the switch is flipped.
Jesus.
You see Rullo,
And he's getting right back up.
Oh, he is pissed.
Body slam, elbow drop, goes for a cover, Dynamite does, and only a 2.
kick out with authority there by Rullo, who is starting to seethe.
You see that shrill that he let out?
And that comes from anger. Now, Rullo has to be careful because if you let your emotions get to you, it can be fatal in this matchup.
Rullo is completely energized by his emotions, though. That is part of legitimately being emo, is that he feels everything and he takes all of that out on his opponents, as we are seeing
look at this ferocity of strikes happening right now from Rullo, turning Dynamite inside out right to the turnbuckle. Double knees right into the turnbuckle, into a fireman's carry.
Slipping out the back door.
Double chops right to the solar plexus.
So far, Dynamite has an answer for everything Rullo has thrown at them. We are seeing how these two men have evolved over the years. So much more tenacity, even more heart from Rullo.
And they're going strike for strike now right there, Mr. Heat. Pele kick.
And it showcases that
And an enziguri from Rullo. Both men are down.
as cheap as Dynamite can get. Pinfall right here.
And a 2 count.
Tim Dynamite can wrestle his heart out when he needs to, which is what makes it all the more discouraging to see the man he's become.
And look at Rullo trying to call on for the crowd, trying to show what heart is about. And Dynamite dodges out of the way.
Not only dodging, catching Rullo,
And an
forcing.
enziguri of his own.
I'm taking his freaking head off!
Oh! A high elevated backdrop. Back suplex, I'm sorry.
Dynamite lands very, very rough on that head and neck, and that can be a complete game changer on behalf of Rullo.
Kick up, enziguri, fireman's carry.
Center of the ring, perfect positioning.
Like a modified TKO.
1, 2, come on, kid. Oh.
And a 3. Oh, 2 count. Almost a 3.
So close to avenging that loss, to getting the specter of Tim Dynamite off his back. And now Rullo looking to feed off this crowd.
Come on, Rullo. You win this match, I'm buying you dinner. Let's go.
Rullo had Dynamite in his sights, but Dynamite, whether intentional or just out of need, out of collapse, Dynamite falls to the
Veteran
ground.
maneuver, out of gas, rolling out of the ring. Rullo in pursuit.
Neither man can win on the outside, but you can do a lot of damage, and that is why Rullo immediately throwing Dynamite in. Doesn't want to give Seraphice even a moment to get involved. We have seen how important it is for the referee to have his eye.
And the shoe comes off again.
Come on, big nose.
Rake of the eye, shoe to the head. This one may be over.
A 2 count.
What?
Rullo kicked out.
Yes, kid.
The fire burns inside of Rullo, and now Dynamite is apoplectic.
Mouth agape, he's yelling at Storm like,
Who knows if there's a plan B, a plan C, a plan Z, but that was plan A, and it did not go according to plan.
this is now plan 1F. Misses with the Enziguri, went to the well too many times.
Rullo getting behind, but it's Dynamite that reverses. Off with his head.
Rullo with the cover. And Storm picks up Dynamite's leg and puts it on the ropes.
It's not fair, it's not right, but it is the given circumstances. If Rullo's going to win this match, he has to counter for Storm Seraphice.
And Rullo is incited now.
He's incensed.
Chasing Storm right now.
And there we go.
And Tim Dynamite catches an unsuspecting Rullo, but still can't get the 3 count. DDT right on the top of his head.
And the standing DDT